Good evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte. Oh, geez. So I keep getting asked, what do you think's going to happen with XRP? And honestly, the only thing we can do right now, and we can take it out into the longer time frame, but we're talking about right here, right now, what's going to happen in the next couple hours. So we'll go back to our old friend of the 1 minute, which I really do like to use because you can get a better feel of what's going to happen right here, right now. And then obviously you can bring it out in the bigger time frames and we can see the, the bigger picture. But even looking at it like this, what's going to happen? I mean, if you're looking in the 2 hour, how do you fucking know? So we're going to take it down into the 1 minute so we can see what's going to happen right now. As you can see right here, in the 1 minute, we've got a hanging W, sideways up. I mean, to me, this doesn't look great. We've got the nice pullback. That looks great in the 1 minute. Right here. As far as this. Right? Now we do it again on support. Now if we can get some volume, but it looks like it's only going to pull up to there right now. Unless we can find some volume. But as you can see, every time we pull up, we're not exactly having a stroke of a lot of volume here. So, cautiously optimistic that XRP can make a move here. But if you look at it in the 5 minute, you can see we've got to break this downtrend we're on lately. We're on a downtrend. We're talking the short term, guys. We're not talking about, in the last 2 months. We're talking about right here, right now, what we have to do to break out. And you can see right here, we just got to break out of this pattern. It's simple. And for all intents, this is the top side. We've come across it several times, but we're trying to break this channel. That's it. And it seems like it's going to break on support, which would make sense if it's going to hold support. But this is in the shorter time frame. But look what we were doing here for quite some time. It didn't just start. Shit. Well, we can pull it out like this. Even if you want to pull it like this, just so we can keep it on the channel at $1.13. I feel like this came off, though. Son of a bitch. Sorry. We're working in a tight zone here, so we could say something like that if you wanted to. I think I'd be more comfortable, though, bringing this. Come up like that. I like that a lot better, because then we're actually hitting it from another spot in the channel. So, that seems to be what we're working with right here, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's going to be pretty easy coming on here. If you're looking at this, it's going to be pretty easy. Can we break this channel and just move back to the upside? That's all we got to do. And this is in the 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. This is just what we've been dealing with. And it's held true since $1.17, $1.18. And this happened ever since we fell down from $1.19. So that's what we're looking at. And this is the thing. When you start looking at stuff like this, ladies and gentlemen, if you start looking at a little bit of what's going on, you pull that all the way back out, and you're like, oh, we had a fake breakout to the top side, and we came right back to the bottom of the channel. And you can pull this way out. And you can start seeing this and see where this actually started. We could start pulling it out from here. Actually, yeah. You could go way back there because you had the fake breakout up, came back into the channel. We've had the touchdown a few times, and it was all the way to the back. So, that's what we're looking at. And it's actually held pretty true. So, we've got to break out of this channel to get into this little, you would have the, inside-out wedge that I call, and then you can start trading like this, guys. So if you can break out of this wedge, or this downward channel in the 3 minute and the 1 minute and the 5 minute, you could trade in between this, and then you got to get up here to trade back up in here. If you look at this from the onset, there's a lot of different things that have to happen now to get to the top side of 123. We got to break out of this downward channel that we're in the short term. Because now it's into a short-term game right now, guys. We can't be looking at it from the long term. We have to figure out if we can get out of this minute. So now we've got a few things working against us. You can see it when we start pulling it out. We're in an overall up channel. We're just coming down to the bottom of the channel. That's all. But we just happen to be in support in this area too. So the moment we lose this support, it's going to be a big problem. And you see how it came down from $1.23, been riding the bottom side. We don't want to get back to the bottom side of that. So what we're looking for is something like this. Okay, we bounce off our support, right? And now we're going to try to have something like that. But obviously we need to follow this. We want something like this coming back through. Then we can have a, support resistance coming back up. And maybe we can get back into here. We bounce off of this, and then we start trading sideways, get back into here, come back through. But I mean, if you want to talk about what we would have to do, this is what we have to do to try to get back up. Then we can filter our way back in, and then we have to use $1.23 as support at the end of this. So basically what you're looking at is, okay, hey, we hit support, we bounce into this channel again to get back up. We made it up, came back up here, and then we could have our big break. Or we break this channel, get a bounce off here, and then, and then you could start doing something like that. But we've got some work to do, ladies and gentlemen. So I wanted to update you on XRP alone and bring it in a smaller time frame. And then at the end of this, show you the larger time frame. So this is what the pattern looks like overall. And when you bring it into a larger time frame, what we just did is irrelevant, basically, at the point. But in the smaller time frame, you can see, even though this looks like it's towards the top of it, you can see what's going on in the smaller time frame. We've had a little bit of a struggle here, in the last few hours. So let's see if this didn't just build some kind of pattern for us, like a breaking down left shoulder, coming up, consolidating, and then coming up to more layers, or if this is going to actually start out to be something more. We don't have any volume right now. One thing I'm concerned about is the lack of volume. Stay blessed, everybody.